Hi, welcome to episode 20 of the Zeens and Roger Crochet Vlogcast. I am Rosina and I am here as usual to talk about crochet and anything I think is crochet related and anything else I want to talk about. How are you doing? You alright? I'm okay. I am on the road to Christmas preparations, but I was going to say I wasn't going to talk about Christmas that much, but I probably will end up talking about it a bit if that's alright. It's still only the beginning of December. Maybe it's the 8th, which is a Thursday? I think it's Thursday today. I went Christmas shopping yesterday. Me and my friend went Christmas shopping in Exeter. We were there for 4 hours, but I've barely made a dent in my list. I think I'll be okay, but because there's still plenty of time. It's just that usually I'm done by now. I usually start in October. Anyway, there's not a lot of crochet news really, because I've not wanted to do any crochet recently. Not really. It's never lasted this long before. I'm still doing it. I'm still plodding along and doing bits and bobs and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I don't want to do it. I have been doing some, as I've said. I finished off the scarf. I'm going to write this up because I put it on Instagram this morning and there was lots of enthusiasm for it, so I will write this up and this will be a free pattern on my blog very soon. I might try and do it this afternoon or tomorrow, and if I do it tomorrow, this afternoon, I could maybe film a mini tutorial for it, just like a little sample like this. I did this morning because when I started trying to work out the multiples for this, I realised that I didn't know what they were and I'd kind of made it up. So I thought I'd better do a proper job and work things out and do some maths. So I've just done a quick swatch this morning, and I'll probably do the same this afternoon for the tutorial, just sort of to give people an idea of how you do it. There are front post and back post stitches here and here, and then it's just a granny strap in the middle. But tutorials are always useful, aren't they? And I think it would probably be quite a quick one, so I'll write that soon. I really like it. It's worked really well. It's going to be a Christmas present. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 50-gram balls of double knit, I think. But the pattern is so easy that it doesn't matter. It's straightforward enough. You can add on more stripes if you want to. I don't know if I'd do it any shorter. It goes, that's sort of, sorry, that's a good scarf kind of length, isn't it? It's not going to trip anybody over, and it's not going to get in the way, but it's going to be snug, and you could probably, I don't know, I don't do my scarves like that, I don't know what to do, but yeah, that's a nice kind of scarf length. And that says, that's 350 grams, isn't it, of double knit. And the beauty of it is you could make it in any weight yarn, do it, you know, just do whatever you fancy. That would be nice in something a bit chunkier, and I'm sure it would be nice with a 4-ply or something too. I mean, that would take more work though, wouldn't it, because you'd have to do more rows because it's thin. For something that just popped into my head very briefly one day, I'm quite pleased with how that's turned out. I think it's going to be a good one. I think, well, it's not my only finished object. So even though I say, you know, I'm not exactly feeling it crochet wise, I've done a fair few bits and bobs. I'll probably contradict myself somewhere along the line. I've taken part in I am taking part in 2 Secret Santas. One on Instagram, which is being organised by Amber from Thread the Love. It's closed now, it's too late now to join, and the other one's closed too. But yeah, you sign up. I think, you know, I found there's one last year as well on Instagram. They do crop up, so if it's something you're interested in, then keep your eyes peeled, because next year there's bound to be another Secret Santa thing. And it's great because it's not like your usual office Secret Santa crud, where it's some novelty crap and you don't really want it. Thankfully, I don't have to partake in office Secret Santas anymore, because they are naff. I don't know. One year my husband, not me, got a barbecue set. Why? There's something to do with The Simpsons as well. One year, like a Simpsons apron. I don't know. It's just naff. I can't think of anything funnier than that, but some of them are just dreadful, aren't they? So the beauty of these ones that are organised by crafters, for crafters, makers, if you will, is that we know what we all want, and that's basically something yarn related. At the end of the day, it's not hard, is it? And last year I took part in 2, maybe 3 last year. And it was brilliant. It was so good, because you get yarn and you get yarny related things. So if you're into crochet, you might get some crochet themed goodies. And I was very good, and I did save mine till Christmas Day and open them on Christmas Day, and it was awesome. And nobody gets a crafter like another crafter. Anyway, I have made some mitts, and the only thing is, it's all to do with taste, isn't it? I hope. I've been quite lucky, but in the past, and got really good stuff. But I hope people like what I've made. I've made some mitts using my own pattern, which is the Autumn Vintage mitts, and I've done. So yeah, taking part in 2. The other one I'm taking part in is on. Via my blog. Another blogger has done a secret stitching Santa every year for at least the last 3 years. I don't know if she's done it longer than that. And you can be I think there are 2 categories: crochet, knitting, or sewing. So I've gone for crochet knitting, obviously. So that's one pair of mitts. I quite like them. This is all Paintbox Aran, and I did sort of go for a strange mix of colours for both, just to see what would happen, because I like messing about with colours, because you never know what's going to work and what's not. So yeah, Paintbox Aran, my own pattern, and they're just some nice little mitts, wrist warmer type things. I don't know which ones. I think the pink ones are my favourite, you know. What do you reckon? Which ones are your favourites? I like those. Anyway, so they'll go off to my Secret Santas, and then I've got some other bits and bobs that I've made that'll go in the parcels too. And then, oh no, I went to Sainsbury's this morning to get some stocking fillers and stuff, like chocolate coins and whatnot. And I was going to get some for my Secret Santas as well, and I've forgotten. But so I'll put some chocolates in as well, and then whatever else takes my fancy. But one has a budget of £10, so you can't spend any more than £10, but you can make as much as you want with whatever you've got in stash. And then the other one has no budget at all, so you could go crazy if you wanted to, but I have to be quite sensible and not get too carried away. I find it very easy to get carried away. Yeah. So, Secret Santa. Whee! I went to a junk shop up the road last week. I took my mum and my stepdad there because they like a good junk shop, and well, they like antiques and stuff. So and you never know what treasure you'll find in a junk shop, but this one's huge, and it's out in the sticks a couple of miles that way. And I found I mean it's just it's not going to be there for much longer because they haven't got planning permission, and they have to close down. The council have told them they have to close down because it's not built for purpose or something, so they can't trade. But I found some stuff, and I'll go back before they close hopefully and see if I can find any more treasure. But I found some pattern books. For these 3 it was 50p for all of them. 2 crochet books. I don't know if I'm going to make anything from them, but the inspiration is there and they're good to look at and stuff. It might give me ideas about future designs and stuff. I don't know, but this is quite fine stuff, and I'm a bit lazy when it comes to things like this. If the yarn or thread is too fine, then I will probably end up giving it a miss. But there's some pretty good inspiration there, and this is the second crochet one. I like that. That's good. Some doilies and whatnot. I really like this. I think I might incorporate that into a design one day because it looks nice. But oh god, I could not be bothered to do that filet stuff. Not like that. That's that on the front cover. I really like the idea of getting myself an armchair just so I can make some bits and bobs to drape on it. That's proper Nana and Grandad stuff, isn't it? Your grandparents would have stuff like that in their house, wouldn't they? I think my Nana's were all embroidered ones. I think she did embroider rather than... She could crochet, but... And although I don't knit, I bought a knitting pattern book as well because it is just sheer awesomeness. Smash Knits. And there's a free Thompson Twins poster inside, and it's still there, so if I chose to I could put it on my bedroom wall, couldn't I? Let me see if I can find my free Thompson Twins poster. Smash Knits. There are, it says 17 designs, they're all jumpers I think. It's a shame there's no leg warmers, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Just look how brilliant they are. I probably wore stuff like that first time round when I was a kid. I remember wearing, my nanny used to knit me sets to wear, and I used to wear a knitted jumper and a knitted skirt as a matching set, and then there were angel wings on the jumpers, as some of these are, I believe. I don't know if that... I'm totally going to transform some of these into crochet. Look at those sleeves. I think some of these are destined to become crochet versions, and certainly inspire me in some way to make some crochet garments. Or maybe, actually, learn how to knit a jumper properly. When I was 15, I started knitting a jumper, and I did the front and the back and a sleeve and a half, and I got that far and then just didn't continue. I remember sort of sitting there with my nan, and she was teaching me increases and decreases and stuff like that, and she must have shown me some shaping around the neck and stuff. But it was a crazy jumper. It's every single scrap of wool I could find, and it was just row upon row of a mishmash of different yarns, whether it be different weights, different textures, different makes, different... you name it. It was just absolutely bonkers. And then every now and again I'd sort of do a few pearl rows and stuff like that, so I'd have like a stockinette sort of chunk here, and then maybe a couple of random ones up here, and most of it was like garter, just like a plain knit stitch, and it was just absolutely bonkers. And one day I don't know, I got that far and I just put it back in the bag, put it under my bed in a box, and then never got it out again. And then when I moved out of home, when I was about 19 or 20, my mum cleared out my bedroom and she chucked it away. I mean, not to say that, you know, at any point I wouldn't have chucked it away myself, but my now self would love to see what that looked like, because that's the time before you take pictures of all your work and stuff. So I've only got it in my memory. But there was fluffy, I remember fluffy bits all over it, crazy colours. I don't know, it was all the bits that like I'd pilfered from my nana, and I think even my gran at that point, she must have learnt that I was into knitting, or I just sort of rummaged through her stuff and nicked a load of her random bits of wool and whatnot. Yeah, God. I wonder what, it would have looked hideous, but it was something I was making. And I didn't, things like I didn't know how I decreased or increased or whatever I was doing on the sleeves. They wouldn't have matched. They really wouldn't have done. But it's amazing what a trip to a junk shop will take you down memory lane, won't it? Down a lane you didn't know you were going to travel down. Very bizarre, but that's cool, and I just keep getting it out and looking at it, and it just sort of makes me go, ha ha ha, I want to make all that stuff. I don't know if I could get away with those sort of jumpers myself. I like to think that I could, but I don't know. It's yeah, you never know what you're going to find when you go to a junk shop. Let me have a look at my list. Okay, just as a weird random segue that makes no sense, I've booked my flights to Edinburgh. I'm going to Edinburgh in March, and I'm going on the Saturday to the Edinburgh Yarn Festival, not the Sunday, because it's not on the Sunday. I said to my sister, can you just, what dates are what again? And she was like, yeah, you were blathering on about it on your vlog, going on about it, and you were talking about the wrong dates. She never said anything until I actually approached her, but you know, thanks. So we're going on the Saturday. I've booked a flight for Friday. So me and the husband are flying up on the Friday. My mum's looking after the kids instead, because the last time we went, I got told off by the school for having an unauthorised absence, because I booked the flight Saturday to Monday to give us two nights in Edinburgh, and I didn't officially request leave for my son at school. It was just one day, for God's sake, and it was like really educational, going to Scotland. He will remember that for the rest of his life, but he won't remember that Monday, whatever it was that was happening at school. Stupid. But anyway, I figured I'd better behave myself, so the boys aren't coming, and since they're both at school now, it's probably the right thing to do. And it means that we can go out, and go out to dinner and stuff like that when me and the husband go. So we're going on the Friday night of the weekend of the Yarn Festival, and then staying Friday night and Saturday night and coming home Sunday morning. So the Saturday night can't be a heavy one, because I think our flight's at 7:30 or something, or 8:30. I can't remember. But whatever, it's booked. I'm going to the Edinburgh Yarn Festival. I think husband is going to watch rugby or something like that on the Saturday. I think I've been told that there's a match on, some sort of match somewhere. I think just watching it on the telly, not in real life. Yeah. Randomly moving on again to this. When was it? It was a couple of months ago I made this, wasn't it? Last night I decided to pull it back. Unpick where I'd joined it and stuff, because wearing it made it stretch. I didn't block it, and it's got wool in it and stuff, so it has stretched. Now it's better. Before it was really loose, dangly down here, so I took that much off and then rejoined it, which is amazing. Things it's knitted, and I don't really know what I'm doing. Every time I put the stitches back on the needle, they always seem to be slightly askew, and so that when you knit that first row back on, it's tight, and I'm not doing it right, but I don't know the right way of putting them back on a needle. I just sort of undid it all, and then got to a row where it was all not, where I was happy with the length, and all the stitches were on the same row and not sort of, and then just sort of slotted the needle back in. Is that how one does knitting reparations? Repairs? I don't know. Anyway, I did it, and so I've lost that much, which was probably about that much in rows. I'm guessing, maybe a bit more. And it's a much snugger fit, and I'm happier with that. Before I was sort of a bit self-conscious that it looked messy, and now it's proper. So I hope it doesn't stretch anymore, because I'll have to do another sort of fix-it job, won't I? And I did this last night watching the telly, and we're watching Godless. If you've got Netflix, you need to watch Godless. We're only 3 episodes in, but it's very good. It's a Western, and it's I can tell. It's very, very good, and it's had really good reviews and stuff. So I did that, and actually I did it really slowly because I kept watching the telly. I couldn't do it as quick as I might have otherwise done it, because I was enthralled at the telly box. I got this out this morning because it's December. It's my Christmas hat. I wore it for about 5 minutes last year. I don't know. It's alright, isn't it? No pattern. It's Drops Melody, which is like a sort of mohair. I don't know if you can tell how fluffy it is. It's got a very fluffy halo, and it is quite fine. It's not as fluffy as some of the mohairs I've worked with before, but it makes a good pom-pom if you kind of reshape it. It's been stuffed in a bag, and I've just got it out this morning. Yeah, no pattern. I just did a rib, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until it fit my head. And then the red I joined, and then I think I just sort of did like a little, almost like a mini V-stitch, I suppose. I can't remember what it's called officially, but just like a UK double treble, chain 1 UK double treble in one stitch, and then you miss a stitch and you do the same in the next stitch. Single crochet in America. And then you go round and round and round, and then slowly over time I kind of just decreased as and when I saw fit. But I made it when I went round to my friend's house for Christmas drinks last year, and the more drinks I had, the messier it got, and there's some gaping holes where I sort of didn't do my decreases particularly well. Too much Prosecco, but if you're sort of jostling around and moving while you're wearing it, no one will know. No one will know at all. You can just make it up. I just went around and around and around, random decreases as and when, until I got to a pointy bit. It wasn't like, I didn't go all the way to a point. I think I got to about, it was that narrow, and then I just sort of fastened off and gathered it, pulled it closed. So if I can do that after a bottle of Prosecco, honestly, if you fancy making a really quick hat, that won't take more than a couple of hours to do, and yeah, hat. If you think I'm all over the place today, then I'm really sorry. It's because I am. But, you know, sometimes that's just the way it works out, isn't it? I feel like it's quite a quick one today as well, because I think I'm pretty much running out of stuff to talk about already, and I think probably I'm just sort of a bit all over the place because it is quite a stressy time of year, isn't it? You know, it's December and everybody is fretting and everybody's rushing around trying to sort stuff out before it's actually really Christmas. I'm working on a new design. I've only just started, so it looks like that at the minute, and I mean literally I started that 2 nights ago, and I and I just sort of established the beginnings of it and then put it to one side. Oh, I've got something in my eye now. I've been waiting and waiting for ages to use this. I've been really eager to get stuck in. It's my holiday yarn. Sorry if it looks like I'm crying now. Something's stabbing me in my eye. This is my holiday yarn, and it is, I don't, if you remember, sometime in August, August or September I would have talked about it. I don't know what episode that would have been, so sorry. I wonder if I can see on here. It's Teeswater yarn, and it is the yarn from the sheep. The yarn from the sheep from the farm I stayed at, which sounds like the beginning of some child's rhyme. I might make one up now, might have to. And it's a 4-ply yarn, and it's not spun on the farm. They send it away to get spun somewhere in Cornwall, I think. But then it gets sent back where Frida dyes it. Yeah, I don't know which episode it is, sorry. Maybe it might be episode 12 or around there that I talk about this. They're the most beautiful, there's a little picture of the sheep there. They're the most beautiful sheep you've ever seen. Their fleece is long wavy tendrils that goes right down to the ground, and each kind of tendril is gathered by hand, and they collect all the best ones and put them to one side, and then sort of get rid of the slightly muckier ones. I watched, I think he's called Daryl, Frida's husband, do all that. Just sits there in the garage in his overalls, teasing out all these tendrils of yarn, wool, fleece. It's amazing to watch, and this is it. Then spun and dyed, and I've been absolutely desperate to get stuck in. It's beautifully soft. It's got a nice, it's a shimmery sheen to it. I mean, it's 100% Teeswater sheep, and it's a proper treat, and I can't wait to see what it looks like worked up, and I will at some point. I've got two balls of this colour. I doubt it's called any particular name. I don't think it is. I mean, they sell each ball individually because they're dyed in such a way that means that each ball is different, even if they're the same, if you know what I mean. I'm just going to write down to put a link to their shop on the blog, because I think they're still trading, but I know that they were going to wrap it all up slowly, which is why they weren't at Yarndale this year. But if you've been to Yarndale in previous years, you may well have seen Daryl and Frida. I can't remember what they're called now. Higher Gills Farm was the name of the farm. I don't know if that's the name of the... I don't think they've got a 4-ply textured art yarn. I don't know what that means. Anyway, more on that another day, because I'm working on this design. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good one. So, that's it, see? I'm done. Oh, that felt really speedy. I'm actually wanting to work on something else this week, but I don't know if I've got time. I drew out a design the other day. I want to do some little Christmas decorations. Do you like my little soldier man? He's like a cross between a soldier and a nutcracker. I'm going to cut him out, or trace. What I'm going to do, I've already done it actually, is trace out all the bits, cut them out using felt, and then I'll stitch him together. I don't know if I'm completely happy with how he looks. I wanted him to be a bit more nutcrackery than soldier, so I might draw out another one, but he is somebody I wanted to do last year. Oh, has he got a moustache? There was another version, but he was enormous and he didn't fit on the page. And if he doesn't fit on the page, then he's going to be too big for a Christmas tree decoration, which is what he's destined to become. But I like making my own Christmas decorations. See, I haven't done a Father Christmas yet either. I want to do a Father Christmas at some point. But I do have, see, that was my last year's quick sketch of a soldier. He looks even more soldiery, not nutcrackery. Oh, it's really hard to do. And I just keep drawing them over and over and over again until one day you just go, oh, that'll do. But it's a really fun thing to do is to make your own Christmas decorations. I don't know why. I don't know why I enjoy it so much, but I really do. Look. This, I don't know if you can see this, a very early incarnation of, I was just trying to work out if incarnation was the right word, a very early workings out of my Geo Rainbow. That was before it was C2C and it was all done in single crochet. That took forever. This is like, I've got a separate book for this. That shouldn't be in there. It's only because it's grid paper, but this book is for felt stuff. So I haven't done him either. He needs to be done. Did I ever do you? I don't think I've done you. You were last year's drawing, weren't you? I might have even done him after Christmas, which is a bit late. So I might work on those this week instead of crochet. Maybe then I can get back to crochet and feel better about it again. Yeah. I'm a bit ummy today, aren't I? I'm always ummy, but more so today than ever before. Anyway, this morning I took photographs of me wearing the scarf so I can do the blog post with the pattern in it. A pattern, not a blog post. And then me wearing that hat, which is going to hopefully be my cover for the blog episode. But it's such a bugger to do, honestly. I was too lazy to set up the tripod, even though I have now set up the tripod, so I could have done it now. So I was there with my hand balancing on my knee with the camera in my hand, trying to click the button with my left hand. Just ridiculous, stupid woman. Sometimes I really do things in a stupid way. Not very methodical at all. Anyway, look, I don't know if I'll film again before Christmas or the New Year. I'd like to, because I want you to see my tree. And it's going to be here hopefully, because it won't fit over there. Usually it's over there. In previous years it's been over on the other side of the room. But I've got a new desk now and I'm not moving that, just to put a Christmas tree there for a fortnight. So it's going to be here. I'll move all my crafty crap, my corner of shame. That'll be tidied and moved. And then the Christmas tree will go there. And then, and if I can find time in a fortnight, I don't know what a fortnight won't be Christmas, Christmas, will it? No, I don't think it will. It'll be a few days before. I'll try and film a mini, should I try and film a mini episode for episode 21? Special 21st episode can be me feeling a bit more Christmassy, hopefully, because right now I don't feel festive in the slightest. In fact, what I feel is hunger, because I'm hungry. It's half past 12 and I haven't eaten since breakfast and I'm hungry. I think that might be why I'm just turning slightly mental as I speak. So I will leave you and say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've managed to stick with it and you're not rolling your eyes because I'm a rambling mess. Mind you, I don't like it when other vlogcasters say, oh, sorry, I'm rambling. I know I'm rambling. It's just like, you're not. Just carry on. Chill out. Don't worry. So I shouldn't say the same either, should I? But it's very hard work filming. You wouldn't have thought just sitting here chatting is that tricky. But sometimes it really is hard. Anyway, thank you very much. And I hope your sort of festive plans are working out and everything's okay. I will see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Please do think about subscribing and give me a thumbs up. Don't do that because it makes me so sad. and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Cheerio. Bye bye.